Hey 143 fam, I'm Antonia. Thank you for being here. We are going to take a look at love for the second half of the month in just a minute. But first, for those of you who would like to be considered for a free reading this month, make sure you subscribe to the channel, leave me a comment below your video, and I will alert winners on Instagram and on Twitter at the very end of the month. If you don't have Instagram or Twitter, just Google me at UrbanSoulGuru and I will come up. My profile is public, so you won't have an issue finding that information there. For those of you who do have Instagram, catch me every Friday this month in celebration of reaching 10,000 subscribers last month. I am doing a little giveaway each Friday where you get to ask me one free question. I choose a handful of winners. It's been a lot of fun. So make sure you follow me at UrbanSoulGuru. Now let's take a look at love for the second half of September. Hey Libra, this reading is for Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising in Love, September 15th through the end of the month. Libra in Love, September 15th through the end of the month. Libra in Love, September 15th through the end of the month. Libra, I'm picking up, I'm channeling that somebody's filling a void or feeling a void right now. You may be filling a void of missing somebody with an abundance of work that comes through really strongly. You may also be filling a void of missing somebody with another person that maybe isn't quite as compatible, okay? Those kinds of situations feel like they are coming to a close. It feels like you're going to outgrow that pretty quickly because I'm feeling this flirtation energy come in, especially if you're single. This flirtation energy. Libra, I'm picking up your energy. You may be dealing with another Libra. Of course, obviously, could be coming through as yourself, but I'm also picking up Gemini side by side with Libra right now. So don't be surprised if you're calling in some Gemini partners. You may be calling back some Gemini or Libra partners or air signs. There's a lot of air quality around this, a lot of air characteristics. I'm picking up deep conversations, rekindling through conversations too, okay? So you may be closing the gap on the void because someone's coming back into your life or you're coming back into somebody's life. But regardless, whether you're allowing somebody to come back or you are officially moving on, that stage of feeling the void or filling the void is about to come to a close. So let's get a little bit more clarity here. Libra in Love, September 15th through the end of the month. Definitely some soulmate ties, although this feels like, for those of you who are single, this feels like somebody you're leaving in the past, okay? You may allow a soulmate to come back into the picture. If you're going to do that, or going to consider allowing reconciliation to take place. Really feel out whether you are allowing somebody back because you feel lonely or because you're filling a void, or because you are genuinely ready to give somebody a second shot here. Because if you're just filling a void, if you're allowing somebody to come back in because there's some loneliness, I know this came up for Gemini too. I think the first of the month video is for Gemini. You're not going to be fulfilled long term. No one can fill that void for you, okay? You have to be able to fill that for yourself, fulfilling your own life. It feels like many of you understand that, and you've aligned yourself with better friendships. You've aligned yourself with work that is much more fulfilling. So somebody comes back romantically, comes back into the picture. Now it's like more of a solid foundation to stand on. This actually feels quite healthy for many of you, allowing a soulmate partner back. But this card definitely pertains to somebody in the past, somebody that you may not currently be with right this second, okay? There's definitely some past energy, but soulmate ties nonetheless. Okay, wow, look at this, Libra. Center of the reading, and this could be the one. I think for many of you, yeah, I'm channeling, you had to get some things in order. You had to get some things in order. This could be your life completely sorted and in order. When things are sort of chaotic, it's really hard for love to grow in that space. It does feel like now that you've planted some seeds in their stability, this person may come back around for you. For sure. You may call this person back in, they may call you back in, but it does feel like many of you are giving somebody a second chance here. Definitely. It feels like over the next month, okay? You may have the conversation over the next 2 weeks. You may allow somebody back over the next month, but it feels like something takes off over the next couple of weeks if a reconciliation is of your highest good. Some past life ties for sure. This feels like an intense connection, depth that you can't really explain. Yeah, I was getting friendships, and then this pops. Let your friends help you. It feels like this person comes through as like a best friend. For some of you, you may consider dating a friend. If you're single and you're not willing to reconcile with an ex, it feels like, okay, you're leaving this person in the past, and you're moving toward this beautiful energy. This comes through as a new person, but there's a friendship tie there, okay? It does feel like friends may hook you up. It could be a Gemini friend hooking you up, Libra. There's definitely Gemini energy that comes through. Or, as these readings can sometimes go both ways, Libra, you may be hooking up a Gemini friend with somebody who's really significant for them. There's longevity for sure. Whatever it is that you are calling in at this time, or whoever you are calling back, just make sure that this person isn't a space filler, or just because you're lonely, because you feel a void or you feel unfulfilled. This person cannot fill that void for you, okay? But I do feel like the majority of you understand this, and you've really taken ownership over getting things sorted, fulfilling yourself. And now love will naturally be more fulfilling, will naturally be higher vibing, because you've aligned yourself with that energy, okay, before you call somebody back in. Yeah, this is Gemini for sure. So we have this past life, soulmate connection, playful. Air signs come through this. Gemini comes through this often. I was getting Libra and Gemini. So do not be surprised if you're calling back a Libra or Gemini partner or an air sign. Obviously Aquarius could possibly be in the mix here too, but really I'm getting Libra and Gemini here. Calling somebody back, calling in a new romantic partner if you're single and you would like to just move forward with a new relationship. What I'm getting with this, let me hold these up side by side. I'm getting this friendship energy, like you guys are genuinely best friends. There's this playful, airy nature to this relationship that feels like it could be the one for you. It feels like comes through with longevity, somebody who's truly of the highest good to stay. Air signs, that playful, silly, fun conversation. I'm seeing you guys outdoors. I'm seeing you guys really being able to honor and to tap in to inner child. So inner child healing, but it's like almost like inner child love. You guys have so much depth that you can go there together, and you bring out these like childish, not immaturity though, you know? There's depth here, there's maturity for sure, but in those moments of playfulness, it's just so silly. It's fun. Your soul needs that. I think for some of you, Libra, the void for you isn't necessarily leaving somebody in the past or because you're lonely. For some of you, I'm getting the void is that you haven't connected with somebody on this level in a really long time. You may have a reference point for this. You may have experienced somebody who you had a lot of chemistry with, a lot of depth, but also that playful, that friendship at the core too, like really being in love with your best friend. That energy, it feels like you haven't experienced that in quite some time. That is what is trying to show up for you now. One of those people from the past may be showing up again for you now. For some of you, you're not done with that soulmate connection. It feels like for some of you, yeah, it feels like you may have separated from somebody who's truly of the highest good to be in your life long term, okay? Look at this. Center of the reading. We have this could be the one clarified by separation. It feels like you're getting back together with this person after a separation. It feels like there could have been an abrupt separation, and it may be for superficial reasons. Someone traveled too much, somebody worked too much, there may not have been enough depth. It honestly could have just come down to not being the right timing. It may not have been divine timing. Something's working out for you now. You're either going through a separation, and one of the first people you meet on the heels of that separation is just so high vibing, that best friend vibe. You have that chemistry intact though, because I don't feel like you're settling. The only way I see Libra possibly settling for something that isn't quite as high vibing is if your purposefully calling in partners to fill a void. That's not going to work for you this month. That's not going to work for you next month or in the months ahead. Those will be short-lived, okay? Short-lived relationships. But if you are really doing that inner child work, if you are really fulfilling yourself and committed to self-love, and then you call this partner in or you call this partner back, there is legit longevity. But keep your eyes open for those people who feel like they are best friends at the core. That's where you have the most success. Somebody who travels with you, somebody who can talk a mile a minute alongside with you, and it's just natural. Hours go by and it doesn't feel forceful. You're just in that divine flow together. That's where your energy needs to be directed in terms of love. Pay attention to those people showing up. So we've let your friends help you in deception. I think some of you have stepped out of relationships because of deception, and you may be a little bit leery to step back into a relationship at this time. There may be some hesitation. So we have deception clarifying, let your friends help you, and your friends may help you heal. Your friends may help you through this process of a difficult separation and a partner who's truly not of the highest good to be in your life. But look at this, side by side with separation. It feels like this is sort of keeping you in that in-between state. You may be feeling the void because you want love again, because there's a part of you that feels ready, but then you're fearful because someone had been deceptive in the past. I'm definitely getting past energy around this. This just doesn't feel like deception that's going to come up over the next couple of weeks. It doesn't feel like it's in present moment. It doesn't feel like it's in a near future position. Deception really comes through as like a fearful energy. You may need to work on this still. But again, if you just want love, but you still have that fear energy out there, and you just want somebody to sort of fill that void for now, or be like that space holder, you may call in more of this. Be careful, okay? I'm also channeling too that friends are going to see that maybe before you do. So if you have a best friend that you genuinely trust and are like, and you introduce them to a new partner, and they're just like, I don't know. I know it looks good, but something's off there. I can feel like something's off there. You also may be doing this for friends who Libra. You have to trust that. It feels like friends have your best interests at heart right now. Trust their impression, especially their first impression of new partners. But the more positive energy coming in is that friends are going to help you heal from deceptive energies. They're going to help you heal and get over separations and get you moving in the right direction, get you moving closer to this more fulfilling love. But I do think some of you, this deception energy wouldn't have been present though. I don't think you guys are going to allow somebody to come back in where this showed up. That just feels like a no-go because you're not going to be able to trust them. It feels like there will be some trust issues. You know, Aquarius had a big message around trust issues too. So if you feel like trust issues are preventing you from moving forward in love, you may be dealing with an Aquarius because, again, I'm getting a whole lot of air sign here in this reading. There's definitely a connection to air sign here if it's trust issues. But otherwise, a partner really seems to be a beautiful match for you. This just may be lingering. This may be something that still needs to heal. That may be why you've had an abrupt separation with the partner. Maybe you have healed from that and you go into these next couple of weeks. Now you can call them back. I do see some of you calling a partner back, a soulmate partner back, that person who feels like a best friend. They're not somebody who would have deceived you. If it's an ex who was deceitful, I just don't see you being able to get over it. I see you being able to forgive somebody, but then it would always linger in the back of your mind. Every time they were out, every time you were out. I don't know. I see that being a real issue for you, Libra. So think that one through before you let somebody back in who wasn't all the way truthful. But I think for the majority of you, it's maybe some lingering trust issues around deceitful partners. Okay. Let's get you guys this crowning message here is finances and career. You know, Libra, we're talking about Libra being a workaholic, and you know, that's not really a bad thing. I really think some of you, Libra, to fill the void of love, you've invested even more energy into work. And I think for some of you, that was actually the right move, because by redirecting your energy, as long as you are still taking moments to yourself, to retreat, to work on yourself, to allow yourself to grieve, to allow yourself to feel your emotions and get them up and out, this feels like the right move for you. It got you to think of something other than the ex, okay? It held space for you to heal, but I do feel like if working in abundance was how you were filling some sort of a void. That's got to calm down a little bit if you want new love to come back in. I do feel like finances and career may be getting in the way for those of you in committed relationships where it's not so much about separation. The separation may just be somebody's working too much, somebody's traveling too much. Libra, if you are in a committed relationship, I'm not getting that this applies to you guys. Someone may be traveling so much that it may be bringing up some deep-rooted fears because of a deceptive person, a deceptive partner from the past. And so that may come up for you, but I just don't feel like this applies to current partners. So please don't worry about this. If this comes up for you, honor that a new partner may be holding space for you to get this up and out and to finally heal it. It's going to make your relationship much healthier. Bottom of the deck. Yeah, so we've released your ex. We have calling in a soulmate. Okay, so there is soulmate energy here. Just feel like some of you have some lingering energies. Energy cord you still need to cut. Some inner healing to do. Friends are going to help you get there. Friends are going to help you get there, to cut these cords, to get back to more of a joyful, open state of mind, to get your energy out there, back into that flow of love, to call somebody new in. Because it does feel like as soon as you release the ex, as long as this is an ex that you're not interested in a reconciliation with, okay? It feels like somebody new will come in pretty quickly. For others of you, you want this. For others of you, I really feel like you want somebody back. You could get that. Just make sure it's truly of the highest good. Just make sure they're trustworthy. This cannot come up. You're not going to stick around. You may allow somebody back in, and like 2 weeks into it, a month into it, you're not going to trust them, and so you're not going to want it. You're going to have to go through that breakup all over again. So really sit with this before you allow reconciliation. I think for the majority of you, it's about releasing the ex energy, and it's about moving forward at this time. But definitely if you call somebody back in, you have to be able to leave those old issues in the past and start over new here. For those of you in committed relationships, where maybe somebody's just working too much, communicate that. Communicate that that separation's hurting you. You may find that a partner's saying that to you. Okay, come back home. Come back home to me. I know that you're working. I know you've been dealing with some things, Libra, but I need to see you. I miss you. I love you. Come home. Don't be surprised if those kinds of conversations come up over the next couple of weeks. It feels like your partner needs to reconnect. And it also feels like you need to be out with your partner having fun. It feels like you need to be social. It feels like you need to carve out more time just for your private life and your social life. So it feels like I'm getting friend energy here, like being out with your girlfriends, being out with the guys. Like go out with friends outside of your committed relationship, okay? Go have that life. Go have that in a good balance. But somebody also needs you to come home, and they need that playful energy from you too. They just want to reconnect. They just want to have fun, but it comes from a really pure place. What I will say, if trust issues are coming up, Libra, it feels like it's more so from you guys, but this feels healable. I don't see your partners having trust issues with you. I'm seeing partners really, even if they have this in their past, there's something about Libra right now, you guys being a little bit more grounded, possibly a little more grounded in work, okay? Really focused on work. You're showing your partner, yeah, these playful, airy characteristics, but you're also showing a partner how grounded you can be too when you have your mind set on a particular goal and what Libra can accomplish. It feels like you are actually providing a partner more security than they've had, maybe ever in a relationship, maybe ever with you in a relationship. So you guys are definitely moving forward to something a little bit higher vibing, a bit more fulfilling here. But just keep an eye on people trying to come back. Why would you allow them to come back? Do you genuinely want that love? Or do you just feel like you haven't been able to move on quick enough and you're feeling a little lonely and filling a void? No one should be filling a void except for you filling that void for yourself. But again, I really am picking up, like you guys have owned that. You know that. And because of that, now you're able to either move on with the new partner, calling somebody higher vibing in, calling back somebody, like you guys are ready now, calling somebody back into the picture and having a really beautiful new start after a separation. Libra, if you feel like you need more clarity, please reach out to me. I'm available for private readings. I'm available for energy healing. I think you guys know at this point that that is my bread and butter, energy healing work. So please reach out if you do feel like you need some help navigating this and maybe cleansing, especially cleansing some of this energy. You may need some help. Reach out to me. I will be back October 1st for your full month of October reading. But in the meantime, I'm sending you so much love, light, gratitude. I'll see you guys back here soon. Ciao.